Hello Nova C! I'm gonna press the play button. Welcome to a Process vs. Terran. I'm casting some of my games because I haven't done it for a while. Basically that's the only reason for doing this. I'm against Kargis, and I am in the bottom right with against, and I'm Nova. I'm indeed Nova. So I casted a bunch of games which I thought were good. Apparently the sound levels were really mad because it sounded fine when I was doing it, but when it came to us fights, you couldn't hear me, and I was really disappointed in them because there were some pretty good games. Might have to go back and do them again, but it just hurts my soul. So instead, I have brought you a completely random game. I have no idea what happens in this, so let's have a fun time with this. My opponent. Oh, I have some nice friendly talking to my opponent. He might, as off players often do, not respond. I'd say players usually don't respond to me when I ask them things. I'm genuinely interested about how other players are playing, because I wouldn't have known other players were making carriers if I didn't ask, hey man, what do other processors do in Process vs. Zerg, sort of thing. Because you see what people are doing on like Grandmaster streams and stuff, and that's just completely, I mean, that's completely different to what the ordinary Diamond and Low Master and that sort of area are actually doing. Though yeah, this is probably Diamond. My pen's probably Diamond. I have played against a couple Masters, but I think mostly Diamond, so... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I accidentally had it on normal speed. I wondered why everything was going mentally slow. It was like, mate, am I on drugs? Why is it going so slow, that fucking probe? Now I've got on ×2 because I need to make up for the time I lost. There we go. So my opponent's going for factory straight up. I've seen this quite a bit actually. Seen a few players go for Hellions early on. I've shut that down really hard with Adepts, so I don't know why they did that. So this is more likely to be some sort of mine drop, or maybe a marine mine pressure or something like that. My very early Nexus first. Pretty sure that's Nexus first. Yep, because this would be done by now if that was a Nexus. If that wasn't a Nexus first. So that's a really important thing that I probably should have noticed. Sorry. So my gateway's done. Now working on my cybernetics core. Other than the timing of the Nexus, I'm just going to be playing fairly normal to how, I mean, I would have thought most Process players are playing. I'm just going to go for not many gateway units, go straight for tech. I'll either go for a Stargate or a Robo early on. If it was a Stargate, I don't know, I'd probably proxy it somewhere, so I think it's more likely to be a Robo from me at this point. I made a first, I let it finish. So that would imply to me that I'm planning to poke in a little bit. Okay, 3 CC from my opponent. That's pretty cool. And that's a tech lab. Oh, I'm pretty glad I picked this. In fact, I might lose this game. I feel like I might have lost this game. Increases sock on them. Does 600. Whoa. Okay, right. It's just telling me that it's like deal 600 damage. I'm like, what the fuck? But over 20 seconds, that's just like the normal attack. I don't know, that just overhypes that attack really quite a lot. Okay, so now he's moving into his natural. Third, finishing up. I don't think I'm going to scout it that, or will I? I might scout it with this monster core, which I'm poking in with. Okay, okay. Two-pronged attack is this. That's pretty cool. Monster core over here. I was planning to move in, try and kill an SCV or two, and then move in with the Adepts at the natural, but he has a Cyclone, so I'm going to be retreating. Building 2 pylons at the front. Annoyingly enough, not only does that allow him to take that third early on, that single Cyclone, I think he's going to be able to poke me as well. It's pretty damn cool. Cyclone into his mineral line, I guess. That was to defend against the logic core, which he thought I might send over to there, which is fair enough. Pretty good call. A morsel, so making a single morsel to help fend off that single cyclone there. When you get too many cyclones, then morsels are going to struggle because they can get kited pretty harshly. So that's not going to be the end. Not going to be a all-encompassing solution there, but it's going to help. If we look at units count, yeah, I am quite a bit further ahead than him. I think he might have cut workers quite a bit to get out all that third base and get out all these structures. So yeah, I don't know how much I like this build from him, but I do like the idea of getting the fast third after a cyclone, because there's not much I can do to pressure that unless I really commit to it. Like single or two adept harass aren't really going to do a huge amount. They're just going to die quite fast to the cyclones, and they're going to struggle to escape as well. But now I'm moving into a third. We're getting ready to move into a third. Did I see that? I didn't actually see a third base, so this is... I know it's mildly risky. And with the Photon Overcharge, which I could use on the two pylons there, cleverly positioned to defend, I could probably withstand a two-base attack here. And I have the Immortal as well, which is going to help a lot. Am I adding on extra gateways? Adding on a couple more extra gateways. Getting a Warp Prism. Okay, Warp Prism and Disruptor. There we go. So yeah, this could hold most two-base attacks, I feel like. So you've got the splash damage there, you've got the extra DPS from the Photon Overcharge, yeah, you can probably panic warp in some Adepts as well for some bit of a meat shield buffer there. Okay. Before any of this, actually. Oh, okay, this is really good! I'm pretty happy with my play here! Okay, so I placed an Observer here before I did any of that. Yeah, so I'm going to have a bit of a warning when any big push comes in here. So the main attack path is going to be just sort of straight down here. So I'm going to spot that. I'm also going to be seeing units coming down here. Maybe the patrol needs to check about... I think this patrol needs to be a bit further down here. Maybe from here to here, so I can see this ramp a bit more clearly. No, actually it does see the whole ramp. Forget what I'm saying, I'm just rambling on. Okay, so... there we go. So I've got my Disruptor now. Back how my opponent's worked on 4 Cyclones. He's fairly happy playing a macro game here, which I guess is a pretty good call because mech's pretty good in the late game. But the problem is carriers are even better in the late game, so that might be a threat for him. Here comes in some Disruptor harass! How many kills there? Let's have a little look. No way it was that 5. I think that might have been 4. Plus maybe I killed a worker. That didn't seem like 5 kills, so... yeah, it's still pretty useful. Pretty handy. I'm adding in a couple Zealots into that. Maybe to help... maybe to shut down... Whoa! 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 Shocked by the fact that the Cyclones can shoot up. I escape. Maybe I added in those Zealots to help shoot down some of those turrets while I'm away. Yeah, that's true actually, because I could drop the Disruptor off, but I can't leave the Warp Prism there, and I can't even return it because it would still be regenerating shields. So yeah, so drop the 2 Zealots and Disruptor. Zealots kill this, get the Warp Prism out, Disruptor does its thing, come back in, turret's dead, get everything out, run away, successful mission. I don't think it'll probably work out quite that way because there's quite a few variables to go wrong there, but still, that's pretty cool idea. Moving in now. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. But no, it will not, because he's got all of his Cyclones there. Oh my gosh! For some reason he did. Oh my god! Shit. That was really funny. Right, so that did a lot of damage. So basically he ran away from the Disruptor instead of just moving in and killing it. So he took a lot of damage. He's going to be able to repair it, but that's quite a lot of resources he has to spend on that. So, nice successful push, I guess. It would have been useful to have gotten the Warp Prism out as well so I could continue, but... never mind. Now I get on my Stargate, so... I mean, 8 minutes 32... in Wings of Liberty terms, getting a Stargate and my Fleet Beacon, second Stargate in fact, and my full Fleet Beacon at this point would be obscene! This is a pretty good time to get it now in Legacy of the Void. I need to be prepared against mech, because the armies I have here just die so one-sidedly against mech. I really need some air units to help deal with it. Air units not being Phoenix, so Void Ray is pretty good against tanks and such. Carrier is good against, I mean, they're pretty good against everything to be honest. Even good against Vikings, if you've got enough of them, so... very good choice. Start adding those on to complement the rest of your army. I should have maybe a couple of Void Rays? No. Alright, I'm being very careful about this, aren't I? Very slow. I think I have Tempest. Yeah, I guess Tempest is pretty good. Yeah, Tempest is good against mech, aren't they? Yeah. Outrange Cyclones is pretty damn useful. Cyclones can, when these Cyclones get underneath carriers, then the carriers die really fast. So yeah, I guess that's good. Moving into a 4th. This is going to give me my edge. Now we're starting to creep out into the lead. This is what I need. Even have the watchtower of this adept. Pretty good. Adepts are awesome at taking watchtowers because you can send the shade in, check if it's been taken already. If not, let it finish. Otherwise, cancel the shade. Good times. Completely seen by my opponent with that turret. Still getting more kills with this disruptor harass. No warp prism and disruptor though, unfortunately. So I really don't want to lose that one. Now adding on carries at last. There we go. Couple carries at a time. 2 carries at a time. Got my first Tempest. Don't know how useful a single Tempest is. Maybe I just have this to maybe like poke away at him, maybe force him to take engagement sort of thing. Annoy him, just yeah. How much damage do they do? 30 hits? 30 damage? Yeah, 30 damage. They're not that good really, are they? so I need these to hit the same goes 4 times to kill it. I mean, for the cost of Tempest, I don't know if it's really worth it. Yeah, maybe the Tempest wasn't a good idea. Never mind. I'm gonna weaken some stuff, why not? Gonna get some shots off. There we go! Take that! Take that, you took 30 damage, now you've only 106 life left. 3 photon overcharges going down simultaneously. That's absurd how good that ability is now. And a disruptor from the back, killing off more units. This is a fucking slaughter, my friends. Absolute slaughter. Now the Blink Stalkers as well, I was even responsible and added on a Blink this time. Really nice, yeah, and really good punishing that Blink there. Cyclones somehow not dealing additional damage to Armoured, but still killed those Stalkers really fast. Really strong EMPs as well. But yeah, that was really quite one-sided, even though he did take a quite good fight though near the end of the EMPs. If he didn't have that, I probably would have just rolled over him and won the game at that point. But luckily, the second resource is lost. Yeah, that's not particularly good, is it? I mean, more than twice as much lost for him, and I have a much more cost-efficient army still. Yeah, it's looking pretty bad. Another warp prism bit of harassment here. Still have the central watchtower. I mean, you probably could have had to put more of effort into to try and stop that, to be honest. I think Adepts definitely beat Marines. I think they even beat a Hellbat 1-to-1. So yeah, Adepts really good. Adepts really good at taking watchtowers. Yeah, it's really tough for him to take it back. Actually, to be fair. A Cyclone would probably win. Maybe you should send a Cyclone, but then Cyclones are so much more expensive to waste. Yeah, he's in a pretty tough situation. I'm just taking every base. Oh shit. Okay, I'm just taking every base on the map. I know his army's quite slow, and I have a bigger army than him. I mean, there's absolutely no point, just no reason not to spend all my excess minerals on bases. Often, when I'm going for a gas-heavy build like this, with lots of immortals, lots of carries and such, excess minerals can go into Zerts to counter-attack, but I mean, I might as well just be expanding shit towns because I'm not really under any threat at this point. Adding on more sensor towers. Sensor towers really good when you're going for mech because your army's so slow, of course. So yeah, good choices there. He's going to see this warp prism harass a mile off. Even saw that adept there I had trying to deny his 4th. So he's on 4 bases and I'm on 6. Shame the range on that tower's so big that I can't like get the warp prism in. My idea here was I'd just out the range and sneak in some fire from the disruptor, but no, not going in. It's not going to work. Now I've now added on 2 extra Stargates here. Now adding on more Tempests, more carriers. I'm up to 3 Tempests now. Am I? 3 Tempests? Yeah, okay, 3 Tempests. So now they can start one-shotting stuff. If I had 1 more Tempest, like a one-shot Ghost, which is actually pretty damn useful, to be honest. One-shotting Ghost. 4-shotting the same one, pretty tough. But 4-shotting, yeah, it's pretty. I mean, 1-shotting's pretty good. Because yeah, you're gonna be shutting down EMPs, which are pretty devastating for your army. I think you just killed off a observer there. Unfortunately for him, there's just another one sitting there watching him, which is a pain. Now we even have D and DTs to add insult to injury. Trying to set up his 5th while I'm on my 6th already. Here we go, 3 Tempests. I think 2 shot Hellbats, which is still pretty bad, but still. There we go. That was a good start, actually. Tempest allowing me to... Oh, God! Storm underneath the carriers. A dreadful combination for him. Hellbats are going to easily be able to claim the ground victory here, but I just had too much in the air. And that was just way too much. Carrier's pretty good. And my air expanded him though was the main thing. I wouldn't have been able to make so many carriers at a time if I hadn't taken all these expansions. So yeah, one of the main problems with playing mech is not much ability to counter-attack really. You can do Hellion counter-attacks though. So that may have been his one mistake. He probably could have afforded to go for that, and yeah, I mean he's got 3,000 minerals, so he could definitely go for some Hellion counter-attacks there. Yeah, one big mistake I'd say. But other than that, yeah, he was in a tough situation. I mean, there's not much more he could do at that point when I was 2 bases ahead. I had all these fucking carriers. Yeah, if you like that game, I'll see you later. Goodbye.